have.
Yes. Yesterday we have started with module 1, which is PN junction and applications. So in the previous class, under this module, we have covered about the PN junction diode and the rectifiers. Now today we will be dealing with the derivations concerned with rectifiers. What derivations are concerned with rectifiers means we should go for the derivation of IDC, VDC, IRMS, VRMS, efficiency and ripple factor. What is IDC is the current flowing, this is DC current flowing through the load, which we can call it as DC output current, or you can call it as average current. This is DC, so DC is available at the output of a rectifier, so you can call it as output current through the rectifier, DC output current, or you can call it as average current. Similarly, this is going to be DC output voltage or average voltage. This is RMS value of a current. This is RMS value of a voltage. This is efficiency and ripple factor. Derivations for all these we have to go for both the types of the rectifiers. That is, for half wave rectifier also we have to derive all these, and even for the full wave rectifier. Start madam. Okay. First we will go for the derivations for half wave rectifier. So we have to derive the equation for IDC, VDC, VRMS, IRMS, efficiency and the ripple factor of half wave rectifier. So we have seen the half wave rectifier and the output of half wave rectifier also we have seen. We are getting this as a output of a half wave rectifier, in which we will be getting only the positive half cycles. So this we can mark it as 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi, and it continues like this. What is this? This is the output of half wave rectifier. Now keeping this in mind, we should go for the derivation of IDC. What is IDC? This is the average current. How do you get an average value of this waveform? So we go for IDC is equal to, I can write it as, we have to integrate it for a complete cycle when I want the average over this. So I have to go for 1 divided by 2 pi integration over the limits 0 to 2 pi, and this is I am going for current. So you can take it as IL into d omega t. What is IL then? IL is the current flowing through the load. I can take it as load current. Hope you are understanding how we have written this. 1 divided by 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, IL into d omega t. IL is the load current which is flowing through the load. We are deriving equations for the current. So I should consider DC current means it is the current flowing through the load. DC is always available at the output of a rectifier, which is at the load. So we are considering that one as a load current. We are integrating over the limits 0 to 2 pi. 1 divided by 2 pi of this is going to give you the area under this, which is nothing but the average value of that current you are getting. So you can see here 0 to pi we have a value, whereas pi to 2 pi it is 0. So we can integrate this one taking the limits. 0 to pi we will take, pi to 2 pi, anyhow it is going to be 0. So 1 divided by 2 pi, 0 to pi, IL can be written as Im into sine omega t into d omega t. This IL I have written it as Im into sine omega t, whereas Im is the peak value of the current. It is the peak value, highest value of the current, IL. So Im sine omega t over the limits 0 to pi. So if you integrate this, go for the integration of this one, you are going to get this one as Im by pi. So IDC you got it as Im by pi. Hope you have understood this derivation. Keeping in mind the waveform for a half wave rectifier, we are deriving all this equation. What is this IDC? DC current, output current. DC output current or the average current. We are deriving equation for this IDC under half wave rectifier. So it comes out to be Im by pi. So this is over. Now we will go for VDC, derivation of VDC. VDC can be written as Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R. So similarly, VDC is what? It is the DC voltage, means output voltage of a rectifier. This can be written as in terms of current into resistor. Which current? This is the current at the load into the load resistor. So VDC is equal to IDC into RL I am writing. So IDC I have already got the value as Im by pi into RL. This is IDC I have substituted the value as Im by pi. Now this VDC I want in terms of voltage. So what I will write? Im can be written as I is equal to V by R again. So Im can be written as V by R. So V is Vm divided by RL plus RF. R I am writing it as RL plus RF, pi as it is, into RL. Hope you have understood. Only for Im I have substituted this value, V by R. I is V by R. I is equal to V by R. Im is Vm divided by RL plus RF. RL is the load resistance. What is RF is? It is the internal resistance of the diode. It is the internal resistance of the diode. So pi into RL. So now Vm by pi I will keep it as it is. Whereas for this I will write RL divided by RL plus RF. Now after this Vm by pi as it is, RL divided by RL plus RF. Now if I take this RL to the third denominator, what happens here? Vm by pi into RL, if I take it down, it becomes 1 divided by RL plus RF divided by RL. So RL by RL will be 1 plus RF by RL it will be. So I will be writing IDC as IDC is equal to Vm by pi into 1 divided by, it is RL by R, 1 plus RF divided by RL. So RF is what? Internal resistance of a diode. Whereas RL is the load resistance. Its value is going to be very high as compared to this. Or you can say RF value is very less as compared to this. So this term can be neglected. So we left by 1. So the answer is Vm by pi. Sorry. This is not VDC. This is not IDC. This should be VDC. VDC is equal to Vm by pi into 1 divided by 1 plus RF RL. We are neglecting this term. We are going to get it as Vm by pi. So it is VDC is equal to Vm by pi. So what is the value of this? I got this one as Im by pi. This one as Vm by pi. We derived it as Vm by pi. Next I should go for Vrms and Irms value. Vrms and Irms value means it is the root mean square value. Root mean square value means this only. How do I write? See, just root of mean of square of this value. So that is Irms can be written as, just a minute. Irms is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi. This I had written it as 1 divided by 2 pi 0 to pi we had written. IL, that is Im into sine omega t into d omega t. Now root of square of mean of this will be like this. If you integrate this, you will be getting Im by 2. You can integrate and taking the square of that one, you will come to, you will get that result Im by 2. You can check later. So this is going to be IRMS value. IRMS is equal to Im by 2. So what was IDC? Im by pi. VDC? Vm by pi. Now you derived for IRMS, which you got it as Im by 2. Now we will go for VRMS. We will continue in the same way as we had continued for VDC. So VRMS will be written as V is equal to again I into R. See here, VDC we had written in terms of I into R. In the similar way, VRMS will also be written as IRMS into V is equal to I into R. RL plus RF. Again the internal resistance as RMS value they are going to consider. IRMS value you substitute. It is Im by 2 into RL plus RF. Then again Vm is going to be, Im is going to be Vm divided by RL plus RF into 2 into RL plus RF. This is going to be Vm by 2. So VRMS value is going to be Vm by 2. Hope you understood this. This is Vm by 2. So what we had done for IDC, if you take this one as IDC, you are going to integrate this, but only for 0 to pi, because pi to 2 pi it is 0. So we took not with the square and this root and this. If you write only this, that it will be getting IDC. And when you want IRMS, root of square of mean of that value we want. So we will be taking the equation in this form. So we will get it as Im by 2. Im by 2 only you are writing in terms of Vm by 2, which you are going to make it as VRMS. So this is for half wave rectifier. What we have done, IDC, VDC, VRMS and IRMS value. Now coming to the ripple factor and efficiency. What is ripple factor? We had discussed it in the previous class. What is ripple factor? Ripple factor is amount of AC left in the DC output. From a rectifier, always we want a pure DC at the output side, but practically it is not possible. We are going to have a small amount of AC left in the DC amount. Calculating that will be our ripple factor. So what is this ripple factor? Ripple factor is DC output, in that AC output is how much. So if you take this in terms of current, it is going to be IAC divided by IDC. Ripple factor. Ripple factor is equal to IAC divided by IDC. There is one more equation which is giving you the relationship between RMS value of a current, then AC value of a current and the DC value of a current. I square RMS is equal to root of I square AC plus I square DC. So this you have to remember for the derivation of the ripple factor for half wave, even for the full wave also. So I square RMS is equal to root of I square AC plus I square DC. This is the AC value of a current, DC value of a current, RMS value of a current. Now I'll take what is IAC is equal to. IAC is equal to what we will get. If you take I square AC out, it is going to be IAC. That is going to be I square RMS minus I square DC. I square RMS minus I square DC. This IAC, if you take this as equation number 1, that you are going to substitute here. That is for a ripple factor. So you are going to write ripple factor is equal to what I have? I have IAC by IDC. What is IAC? I am substituting the IAC value here. That is going to be root of I square RMS minus I square DC whole divided by IDC. Now take this IDC inside, that becomes I square DC. If you take it under a root of I square DC means it is going to be IDC only. So then this equation becomes what? I square RMS minus I square DC whole divided by I square DC. So this becomes I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1 under the root, which is going to be your ripple factor. Equation for ripple factor. I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. Hope you have understood this. First, remember properly what is ripple factor. You are going to calculate the amount of AC left in the DC output. So, in terms of current, IAC and IDC. This is ripple factor. And there is one relationship you are going to remember. RMS value of a current, AC value of a current and a DC value of a current is given by this relationship. From this, I want IAC. What IAC? Why IAC I want? Because I want to substitute here for IAC. I took IAC outside. Then this value I have substituted here. Means this equation only once again written here. After substituting and some adjustments, we are coming up with this equation. Ripple factor is equal to I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. So what is the equation we got for ripple factor? Ripple factor is equal to root of I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. This is for ripple factor. Now we have to go for efficiency. Efficiency, that is neta. We will go for this equation. Again we have to, for deriving this equation, we should remember clearly what is efficiency. What is efficiency? We have done this in a previous class. What is efficiency? Efficiency is how much of AC you have given as an input to the, how much AC you have given as an input to the rectifier circuit, and out of that how much is got converted into DC. Calculating that will be your efficiency. So efficiency is going to be, we denote it by neta, that is going to be, what is this? Out of AC input, how much is the DC output? Now, if you consider this in terms of power, always efficiency when we talk, we go for power. In terms of power when we talk, so this is going to be PDC, that is power DC, divided by PRMS, that is RMS AC input is, it is applied to the, through transformer, it is applied to the rectifier, that is to the diode. So we will always be considering its RMS value, which is going to be PRMS here. Now, this is now neta, we got it as PDC divided by PRMS. How you are writing PDC divided by PRMS? It is nothing but DC divided by AC input. DC output divided by AC input. So if you consider the rectifier, right? So half wave rectifier, na? Yes. This was our half wave rectifier. AC input was here, DC output was here. Now we are considering this in terms of power, means power DC. Input power means it is power AC, that is RMS value. Now DC output divided by AC input. DC output divided by AC input. It is nothing but PDC divided by PRMS. Again this PDC, write it in terms of P is equal to, there are so many equations for P, but we will be writing P is equal to I into R. PDC is equal to I into R means, which I here? IDC. P is equal to I square R, sorry. P is equal to I square R it is. P is equal to I square R. I square DC into R will be RL. Why I square DC? Why not I square AC or I square RMS? I RMS square. This is a DC output. We are writing at the output side, whatever current if you take, that will be DC current. Voltage you will take, that will be DC voltage. VDC, IDC, PDC all come here. PRMS, IRMS, VRMS will come here. So current will be DC, IDC, and it is the load resistance RL, I square DC. And this again PRMS, write it in terms of current. Which current? Again the RMS value of a current only we are going to consider. I square RMS into RL plus RL. This is going to be again I square DC divided by I square RMS into 1 divided by. Take it down as we have done previously. So this is going to be RL by RL plus RF by RL. RL by RL is going to be 1 plus RF by RL. You are going to neglect this term. So you will be left with I square DC divided by I square RMS. Neta is equal to, if you take this in percentage, it is going to be I square DC divided by I square RMS into 100. So now neta is equal to I square DC divided by I square RMS into 100. If you take this in terms of percentage. So ripple factor is root of I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. Efficiency is equal to I square DC divided by I square RMS into 100. This is for efficiency in terms of percentage. Hope you have understood these derivations. What value we got for half wave rectifier? IDC is equal to Im by pi, VDC is equal to Vm by pi, VRMS is equal to Vm by 2, IRMS is equal to Im by 2, efficiency is equal to I square DC divided by I square RMS into 100. You will consider when it is in terms of percentage. Then ripple factor will be I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1 under root. These all values we got for half wave rectifier. Then we will be moving into full wave rectifier. All these definitions for full wave rectifier. If you have understood half wave rectifier derivations, full wave rectifier, it needs no effort to understand this. So again, while going for the derivations of half wave rectifier, we had considered this. Now when we change this half wave into full wave, when you are talking about full wave, again the waveform becomes like this, right? If you take 2 cycles, you can write it like this. So it is waveform. Keeping this in mind, we will take IDC. How we had written for half wave rectifier? That I will write 1 divided by 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi Im into sine omega t into d omega t. IL into d omega t, that Im into sine omega t into d omega t. This is for half wave rectifier, right? Then we changed this one into 0 to pi Im sine omega t into d omega t. This is for half wave rectifier. Now just to see the full wave rectifier waveform. If you integrate over this, everything is going to be same. So we are going to integrate only for 0 to pi. So this is going to be 0 to pi for the period 1 divided by pi. If you go for the integration of this, Im will come up sine omega t. So this is going to be Im by pi. IDC you got it as Im by pi for full wave rectifier. Yes, we are considering only this because rest all is same. If you go for this, rest everything is going to be same. Over, you are going to integrate for limits 0 to pi over the period 1 divided by pi only for this. So, IDC is equal to, you will get minus 1 Im by pi. Yes, this is going to be 2 times Im by pi. IDC is equal to 2 times Im by pi. So, this is IDC is equal to 2 times Im by pi. Derivations we are doing, right? So these derivations we got for half wave rectifier. Now for a full wave rectifier, again IDC is going to be 2 times Im by pi you got. It was Im by pi. Now for full wave rectifier you got it as 2 times Im by pi. So similarly, in the same way how you have done the derivations for half wave rectifier, in the similar way you continue. Now we go for VDC. VDC is equal to V is equal to I into R. IDC into RL. Substitute the IDC value. 2 times Im by pi into RL. Again 2 by pi. Go for Vm. I is equal to V by R. V by R. Right? Into RL. So I'll write only this 2 times Vm by pi. And this is going to be RL divided by RL plus RF. You take RL to the third one. It is going to be 1 plus RF by RL. RF very small as compared to RL. You are going to neglect it. So you will end up with VDC is equal to 2 times Vm by pi. In the notes, every step, everything is very clearly written without skipping any of the steps. Just you watch this video, then go through the derivations which are given in the notes. It will be very clear to you. So this is VDC is equal to 2 times Vm by pi. Now you got it as 2 times Vm by pi. Now RMS value of this one. RMS value of this one, how do you consider? IDC you make it as IRMS. Thus this will be under the root and square of this one. So square of this one, if you take, this is going to be this under root now. This also comes under root. Directly, you need not write this, which I had shown you for a half wave rectifier here. So full wave rectifier, it is going to be IRMS is equal to Im square into sin square omega t. Yes, sin square omega t into d omega t. So this is going to be IRMS is going to be Im by root 2. You can check it later. It is Im by root 2. So IRMS value you got it as Im by root 2. Now VRMS, how do you consider? VDC is VRMS. IDC is IRMS. Then what is IRMS value? IRMS value is Im by 2. Im by root 2. Now go for Im by root 2 means it is 1 divided by root 2. You are going to write it as it is. This Im will be Vm divided by RL plus RF into this RL as it is. This you are going to cancel anyhow. You are left with Vm by root 2. So VDC value is Vm by root 2. This is VRMS value for full wave rectifier. Now go for ripple factor. So again remember what is ripple factor. Getting the AC content in the DC output. AC output, DC output. Current if you consider IAC divided by IDC. Same procedure as you have done for half wave rectifier. Again I square RMS, there is one relationship I had told you. I square AC plus I square DC. I want IAC because I want to substitute here. IAC if you take out, this will be inside. I square RMS minus I square DC. I square AC is equal to this divided by root of this one. I square RMS minus I square DC. Now substitute this. ripple factor is equal to IAC. IAC is nothing but root of I square RMS minus I square DC whole divided by IDC. Take this IDC inside, it becomes I square RMS divided by I square DC minus I square DC by I square DC will be 1 under the root. This is ripple factor. I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. So you got say ripple factor. Equation is I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1 under root. This is the ripple factor. Now go for efficiency. Efficiency is neat. What is efficiency? Add the DC output. How much of AC you had given, out of that how much is converted into DC output. So out of AC input, how much is got converted into DC output. You are considering this in terms of power. I had told PDC and PRMS. Then PDC, P is equal to I square R. Which I? DCI. Divided by I RMS into RL plus RF. Here at the output side, we will consider only the load resistance. But when you come for the input side, you need to consider the internal resistance of the diode. So, this is I square RMS into RL plus RF. So, this RL you are taking down, it becomes 1 plus RF by RL. This is left with I square DC divided by I square RMS meter. If you consider this in percentage, it is going to be into 100. So, again you got the same equation. Meter efficiency is equal to I square DC divided by I square RMS into 100. Hope these derivations are very clear to you. Very important derivations. You may ask to derive all these equations for half wave rectifier or any of these equations for half wave rectifier. Any of these equations or all of these equations for full wave rectifier. With the help of a waveform, first you draw the waveform over which area you are going to integrate, you fix, then go on integrating. Once you get the first value IDC, getting VDC is not a problem because VDC you are writing in terms of IDC. Once you get the IRMS value, getting VRMS is not at all a problem because VRMS you are writing in terms of IRMS which you have already derived. Then these ripple factor and efficiency, these you are writing in terms of current and resistor, current DC current and the AC current, or DC power or the AC power. Power even if you take, you will come back to the resistance and the current only. P is equal to I square R. Everything you are writing in terms of IDC, IRMS, VDC, VRMS. Now, you may be asked to derive these equations or you may be asked to derive these equations. If not all, some of these equations, like there are the equation for average current or DC current. There are the equation for average voltage or the DC voltage. Equation for RMS value of voltage, equation for RMS value of current, efficiency, equation for efficiency, equations for ripple factor, like that. For both the rectifiers you may get the question. Now one more question, very important questions which you can expect it 100%, that is, they will ask you, show that ripple factor of half wave rectifier is so much when efficiency of half wave rectifier is so much, or show that ripple factor of full wave rectifier is so much, efficiency of full wave rectifier is so much. They will give you a value. The standard value of these ripple factor and efficiency for half wave and full wave we have already seen while discussing about the advantages of a full wave rectifier over the half wave rectifier. We know these values already. How much are these values? Ripple factor of half wave rectifier is 1.21, which is very high, which was the disadvantage. Then efficiency was only 40.2%. I told you it was not even 50%, less than 50% efficiency. These were the two disadvantages. Then advantages, ripple factor has to be less, so it got reduced as 0.48, which was 1.21 here for a half wave rectifier, it got reduced. Whereas efficiency was only 40%, less than 50%, now it reduced to something 80.2% or 81.2%. Approximate value, you can consider this as 80.2%. These are the standard values. They'll ask you in the examination. Prove that or show that ripple factor of half wave rectifier is so much, this is so much, all these values are like this. For this, what should be done? Very clearly, you need not go for the derivations of equations for ripple factor and efficiency. Directly write down the equations what you have for ripple factor and efficiency. If you check, see, for a ripple factor and efficiency for both half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier are same. You can consider ripple factor is this, that is the thing for the full wave also. So the equations for efficiency are also same for a full wave and half wave rectifier. First we will go for proving this, right? For that, what I do? I'll write ripple factor. For a half wave rectifier I am doing now. Just remember ripple factor. What is the formula for ripple factor? I have I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1 under root. You should start with this equation which you have already derived when this question comes. You need not go for the derivation of this equation. Derivation of this equation we have done. But only when they ask you derive the equation for ripple factor, you should come till this. You should derive this equation when there will be a question. Derive the equation for ripple factor of half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier. You should do all those procedures. When this question is asked, show that its value is so much. Then directly take the equation which you already have with you. So that is ripple factor is equal to I square RMS divided by I square DC minus 1. Now what next? You know the value. IRMS is how much for half wave rectifier, IDC is how much you know. So you can write here. We know that IRMS is equal to so much, IDC is equal to so much for half wave rectifier. How much? IRMS. You are going for half wave rectifier. IRMS is IM by 2. Then IDC is IM by pi. Write these values. Substitute these values back. I square RMS. There is RMS value is IM by 2 is IRMS, but I want I square RMS divided by I square DC. IDC value I have IM by pi. It's square minus 1 as it is under root. Now this can be written as IM square by 4 divided by IM square by pi square minus 1 under root. This IM square by 4 divided by IM square by pi square means into pi square by IM square. If you take this up, IM square will get cancelled. You are going to have pi square by 4 minus 1 under root. Just to calculate, you can see pi square by 4 minus 1 under root. Pi value you know, 4, all these are numerical values. You will get one numerical value which is going to be 1.21. Ripple factor of half wave rectifier is equal to 1.21. Very simple. Just remember this equation. Substitute the value for IRMS and IDC which you have derived for half wave rectifier. These values, you need to remember these values properly. Then only we will get this value correct. So IM ripple factor is equal to 1.21. So values? IRMS is IM by root 2. VRMS IDC is 2 times IM by pi. IDC is 2 times IM by pi for full wave rectifier. Just to substitute these values here. This is going to be IRMS na IM by root 2 square. This is going to be 2 times IM by pi square minus 1. Just to do this, again IM and IM are going to get cancelled. Root 2 becomes only 2. IM square by 2 whole divided by 4 into IM square by pi square. It is going to be pi square by 8 or 8 into 8. Yes, this comes out to be ripple factor for full wave rectifier. This comes out to be pi square by 8 minus 1 under root, which is going to be 0.48. You can check this numerical value. Everything IM and IM are going to get cancelled. Next everything you will get these values. These values you know. So you are going to get ripple factor is equal to 0.48. This you have done. This you have done. Sorry, this you have done. We have left with efficiency of both. Efficiency of both, how do we proceed? Again, you had for ripple factor, you had considered the equation directly. Again, for efficiency, you consider the equations which you already have with you. They are, I'll go for half wave rectifier efficiency now. Efficiency is equal to, I have I square DC divided by I square RMS, right? What will you do? Substitute the value for IDC, IRMS. What is IDC? IRMS. IDC is IM by pi. IRMS is equal to IM by 2, I think. For half wave rectifier, IDC is IM by pi. IRMS is, yes, IM by. Just to substitute these values. IM square by pi square divided by IM square by 4. It is going to be 4 by pi square. IM will cancel. Neta. If you consider this in percentage, take 100. You will get it as 40.2%. Somewhere around 40% you will get. This is for half wave rectifier. Right? Again, the ready-made equation you are taking, just to substitute the value for IDC and IRMS. Similarly, go for, we can derive now here only. Okay, I'll change this only for full wave rectifier. Equation is same, whereas IDC value and IRMS value for full wave rectifier are changing. IDC is what? IDC are 2 times IM by pi. IRMS is IM by root 2. Just substitute the values. IDC is 2 times IM by pi square. IRMS is IM by root 2 square. This is going to be 4 by pi square. Anyhow, this IM will get cancelled. This is going to be 4 square is there. 4 by pi square. This is going to be 2. Then you will have 8 by pi square into 100. 4 into 2. This 2 comes up now. 4 into 8 by pi square into 100, which is going to give you 81, somewhere around 80% efficiency that you can show. This is very important. Show that ripple factor of these rectifiers are so much, or these are the values. For that, you are considering the ready-made equation which you have already derived. Then those equations will be in terms of IDC, IRMS. So to get the proper value, you should remember what is IRMS, IDC value for half wave, what are IRMS and IDC value for full wave. These, you should be very perfect with these values. Then you will not go wrong. Then these derivations also you should practice. Very important part of this first module, which is PN junction and most of the questions will be on rectifiers on both the parts. You will be getting two main questions from this module. In the both the questions you will have the maximum marks questions on rectifiers. You can check your previous question papers. So what we have done today, only the derivations. Derivations for IDC, BDC, IRMS, VRMS, ripple factor, efficiency for half wave, even for the full wave. Then we went for showing that ripple factor of half wave is so much, of full wave is so much. Then after this, efficiency of half wave is only 40%, whereas ripple factor of efficiency of full wave is 80%, efficiency of half wave is only 40%. We have to show it. For that also ready equations you are taking. Both the equations will be in terms of IRMS and IDC. Just substitute the value of IRMS and IDC separately for half wave, and for full wave we will come up with